My name's Peter Burgess. My business is Process Culture, and Process Culture, we're all about designing and optimizing business processes so that businesses can do their best work and can avoid all the mundane and menial tasks that are typical of traditional modern workplaces. So we're talking about introducing technology, but also streamlining and introducing process optimization. So I think a lot of businesses, a lot of small businesses struggle with leads and opportunities. So a lot of the work that I had came through referral, and it still does come through referral, but it was generally client referral or referral from friends, or generally fairly ad hoc. So I wanted to get into a situation where I could maybe control the flow of leads a bit more by going out and doing more networking. So I tried different networking organisations. One of them ended up being YTM. There's a bit of a story behind how I actually ended up in YTM. But yeah, networking for me was a way of extending my business with more opportunity, but also building my own personal confidence as well. Well, for my business, there's been some really good impacts and good results. We're talking about new projects, but we're also talking about a lot of knowledge that YTM has given me, which has helped me to improve my business. But concretely, I've worked on several projects that directly came out of my contacts at YTM. Some being direct contacts from YTM, others being referral onto other clients or other opportunities that they might have known already. So YTM has been a very important source for new business for me. And from YTM, there's several partners who are actually referring work to me on a regular basis, so it's been really good. So I joined YTM, it was really synchronicity, sort of circumstance that led me to YTM. I wrote an article on LinkedIn. Now, I'm not a prolific writer of articles. Over the years, I've only written a small number of articles. I wrote an article about remote working, which is one of my, one topic that I find really interesting and really relevant. And Karen Powell commented, very brief comment on my article, and then we started a discussion, and then she mentioned that there was a speaker at one of her events, and I sort of showed some interest and actually ended up at one of the YTM events, and that was how I started. So it was really thanks to myself posting on LinkedIn and then Karen commenting that I ended up in YTM. The thing I like about YTM is it's very structured, but it's also informal. A lot of networking groups tend to be, you'll go into the networking situation and you'll be lost. You're not sure who you should talk to, so you have to go and force your way in. Whereas with YTM, right from the moment that you enter the room, you're greeted at the door, you're given an opportunity to talk to people, you're introduced to other members. It's just a lot easier. And then the actual meeting itself, or the event itself, is quite structured. So we have cards that we can ask questions, so cards with questions that we then respond to, a small group around the table of maybe 6 people. And so it's not at all threatening. And I found, especially in the early days of networking, when I was quite anxious about networking, it was quite reassuring that you didn't have to pitch to a large group. Everyone else was very supportive, so yeah, I like it. It just feels very natural. I think that any business that needs new opportunities and leads could benefit from YTM. But it's not every business. I mean, the type of opportunities that come through networking would be different to those that would suit, for example, a cafe or a smaller business that has B2C, kind of a B2C business. So if you're dealing with other businesses, for example, you might be a lawyer or an accountant, or you might be, myself, an IT specialist, that type of business could really benefit. It is fairly broad. I mean, I can think of all sorts of scenarios where someone could benefit from networking, even on a personal level. It's not necessarily just new business leads. It's getting yourself out of the small home office and actually meeting with like-minded people.